Hey, I was thinking, and so I wanted to come on here and share my thoughts with you. I love reading. I've read so many good books this year. I do nonfiction, fictional books. I love memoirs. I love hearing people's stories. And I was trying to figure out what was my favorite book of this year, and I don't know yet, but I was thinking about one book that I read where there were women in the book. It was about women who passed. And if you don't know what that is, they were Black women who looked white enough that they lived their lives as white women. And they would marry white men, but never would they have a kid because they didn't know what the kid would come out looking like, if it would take on the African genes or the white genes. And so, therefore, they just chose not to have children. But in doing so, they had to also distance themselves from their families. And it was just very interesting. It was a fictional book, but I'm pretty sure this is probably how it had to be. It may have been historical fiction, actually, but it was really interesting. And then last week on Matlock, which I love watching Matlock, they were talking about Babe Ruth. And every time I hear his name, I just chuckle because I keep thinking to myself, like, how do people not know that that man is a Black man who passed? Like, if you look at his pictures, he looks like a family member of mine. He looked like he was a Black man, but he was able to pass as a white person. And because of that, he had the privileges of being a Black man. Unlike some of the other athletes who were Black and known to be Black, they still were treated certain ways. But yeah, I am tickled every time I think about that because as a Black person, our families are diverse for the most part, at least my family, especially if I look at my mom's side and my dad's side. Everybody looks totally different. We come in all shades and everything. And so it's like, it's not unusual for me to see someone who looks like Babe Ruth in my family. Someone who could pass. My granddad could have passed. The only thing that let you know that he was not a white man was his hair texture and the fact that he was married to a Black woman. But still, people thought he was white. I mean, people would come to my house and be like, "Who is that white man?" I'm like, "That's my granddaddy." Like, what do you mean? But he loved being a Black man. I mean, it's pride being a Black person and being able to overcome. But I just say all that to say, like, did y'all not know Babe Ruth was a Black man? I mean, seriously, I'm pretty sure Black people knew this already. If you looked at a picture, you knew he was. But help me know, help me understand. Did you know? I know I'm not telling a secret. I mean, he still was a great baseball player. But did you know? Anyway, I was just thinking about that. I mean, it's been a minute since I've actually talked about books that I've been reading, partially because some of them I have not finished. I'm like halfway in and I had to return. I'm reading a book by, I don't know her name. Now, I know her husband is Percival Everett. He wrote the book James, which is really good if you have not read that one. It's like an extension to Huckleberry Finn. But his wife, who is biracial, she wrote a book called Colored Television. So I'm reading that one. She is someone who definitely can pass. Now, she is biracial, but she definitely looks like a white woman versus a Black woman. Like you wouldn't know unless she told you. But yeah, I just find that whole topic interesting and sad at the same time because why is race a thing? We know that it's a social construct, that the reality, the only difference between one human being and another is their skin color. I mean, we know the minute differences, but you know what I'm saying. Like we're still all human beings. And so it's sad that race is even a thing, yet here we are. Okay, but did y'all really know that Babe Ruth was a All right, let me know. Take care. Bye bye.